Hello mermaids, it's Sarafina Delirium, and I hope you're having a mermazing, fantastic day. So welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for any returning subscribers. I appreciate you so much, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me if you did, and I will keep making cool videos for you to come back to and watch. I really am grateful for each and every one of you who has stuck around through thick and thin, and for any of you just clicking on this video and just watching today. Thank you. So while you're here, also don't forget to give it a thumbs up so I can make more videos like this one. And since we're here today, I have a get ready with me to make for the palette of the month. Now, if any of you have been here before, well, for those of you who have been here for the past couple months, I've been making a palette of the month get ready with me, kind of themed, palette theme for each and every month. And I will link down below the ones that I've made the past couple to several months. But for January and February, or for January, I've been using this palette, and for February, I'm going to be using the same palette, and see how many uses I can get out of it. Now, it's one of my favorite palettes, actually, and one of the ones I really need to use up first. This is the LA Colors Berry Kiss eye palette or eyeshadow palette from the Fruity Fun collection. I actually have two of these little palettes. This one I ordered, it came broken, and I fixed this one right here. So I know how to repair makeup pretty well at this point. I love this palette so much that I have two of them. Isn't that crazy? So I really want to keep using this palette, and my goal is 10 uses for the month of February. I have used it twice so far in January, and starting in February, I'm going to continue to try to meet the goal of 10 uses for, I guess, 2 months. So that's a pretty lenient, pretty easy, attainable goal to meet for this palette. It's kind of a palette project pan. So I think that's a pretty attainable, realistic goal for it. So I think we're going to do that. And I think 2 out of 10, pretty good. So let's see if we can come up with a look out of this. So far on my face, I'm only wearing like one product on my face aside from moisturizer. I am using the Maybelline New York Fit Me foundation. This is the matte and poreless foundation, and it's in 110 Porcelain. And it's down to about this third line down, somewhere in there. It's hard to kind of see through the bottle, but whatever's. I've used the sponge. I have like a bag of sponges, so I just pulled a random one out today. So here's my little sticky note for my palette. 2 uses, 10 is the goal, and let's get started. Yesterday I did use this. I hit this shade. I use this one a lot. I like this neutral shade, and I really like this one in the corner on this white. It's great for inner corners. I love the nudes and the neutrals, and I love this one, although I try not to reach for it as often because I've used so much of it already. It's my absolute favorite. I feel like I'm going to hit pan in this shade more than I feel like I'm going to hit pan at any of the other ones. I have gone for this shimmery red one and then this blue one a little bit. So I guess the first thing we should do is swatches. So I feel like I waste a little bit of the eyeshadow when I do swatches, but that's okay. I want to show you these gorgeous colors. Here's the shimmery white one that I usually reach for. I'm leaning towards you a little bit too much. All right. And then I have the one that I love. These two are my absolute favorites in this palette. Gorgeous shimmers, very pretty. And there's a third one on top that I need to reach for more often. It's like a nude, it's like a dark chestnut brown, or chestnut brown. Not too dark, but dark enough. So that's the third one over on the top. And then if we go into the second row, we have a dark brown, definitely a dark brown here. When I think of berry shades, these do not come to mind, like browns and chestnuts do not come to mind, but hey, I guess it works. Here's a purple. I like this one a lot. It's definitely a pretty shade, light, like a blueberry almost. I think that's what they're thinking by putting this purpley blueberry in here. And then we have the one beside it, which is a raspberry is what I think of. raspberry and blueberry in the Berry Kiss palette. And there it is. And that's our second row of colors here. And this is our first row of colors. So our third row would be this other one that I reach for a lot, which is this nude. I really like this. I love these lighter tones a lot. The shimmers and then this nude brown. And our second color on the third row down is another shimmery, almost nude, but it's more like a grape. It reminds me of a grape. I guess if they're trying to implement that in there. I think I'll try to use that one today. And then last but not least, we have another shimmer, which is another kind of raspberry, maybe even a coppery. I don't know. It's hard to see in this lighting because it's so bright. But I would think of this as just another kind of raspberry. So we have this one, and then this one would be, I consider my raspberry or strawberry shades. Since it's a berry palette, I'm trying to think of like what they could be. So let me see here. I want to pick which colors I'm going to do. I use this palette a lot. I'm trying to use it more often and definitely work on hitting pan because it's like in my focus right now. And for January, I did have another palette that I was working on, but I actually sold it. I didn't really have a big interest in it. And it was an Estee Lauder Pure Color Envy palette. It was gorgeous. It was like a golden sunburst palette. And I just didn't like it. So I actually sold it. I just shipped it, just got paid for it on Mercari. And it just wasn't like my forte. So I sold that and replaced it with this one in my project pan for my palette of the month. So that works for me. And let me see here. I think I'm going to go for the shades that I really love the most so I can show you how much I like them. I'm just going to do that, and I'll try to use the other ones another time. Gosh, a lot of my makeup brushes are dirty, aren't they? Because I'm not finding the ones that I really want in my brushes. This is not okay. I'm trying to find brushes and I don't have a color switch or anything, so I'm just like grabbing brushes that are still clean, and there aren't very many. Everything's in my 30 brushes pile that I need to wash. So I have these three Sarafina Delirium Cosmetics Sea Siren brushes. They're my mermaid brushes, and then I have an applicator right here that I can use. I like to use these for under eyes because they make the eyeshadow so pigmented on your face. There's no like powder about it. It's straight eyeshadow on you, so it better be a very light one. So first and foremost, let's use the biggest brush because that's the fluffiest brush that I have in the size that I want. And I'm going to use this nude down in the bottom that I usually like to reach for. I like to use this around the outside. When I went to visit my Granny Elsie, this is the shade that I wore on the outer edges of my eye, was this like nude. So I'm going to do it today. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pause this and I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to do another color. So I'll be right back. Okay, mermaids, so I've used this shade on the outside, and I used a little bit more than I planned to, but what I'm going to do is kind of, what is the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I go over it with another eyeshadow. So let's see what I can do with another one. I feel like I don't have the brush that I really wanted, so I'm kind of making do with what I have. So let me see if I can work on this a little bit more. Okay, mermaids, so I used this color, which I love the most. I did exactly what I was worried about. I hit pan in it today making this, and it looks good with the other one. So I layer it, is the word I was looking for. I layered it on top of this nude, and I just really feel like they blend really well together. And so the third one I'm going to use is also my go-to, which is this one. I might as well show you my favorites today, since this is our palette of the month. There is a reason for that. So I'm going to go ahead and use this shade right here in my inner corner and maybe a little bit underneath, but I don't think I'm going to use any underneath today. I think I'm just going to put it in the inner corner and call it a day. Okay, mermaids, so that's our 3 favorite eyeshadows from this palette, or my favorite eyeshadows from this palette, which would be this nude right here on the bottom, which I always put around the outer outer edges of my eye, the outer corner of my eye. What do you call it? I don't even know anymore. I cannot speak English today. And then I love to use this one right here, which is almost a rose gold tone. I hit pan in it today. Love it. That's in the middle. And then this one, which is almost a white shimmer. Both of these are shimmers. I just love shimmers. So I put the white, like an off-white shimmer, in the inner corner, and it just looks great. So now I get to use eyeliner, mascara, all that good stuff. And we'll move on to another video, which I hope I'll see you in that one too. So this is our LA Colors Berry Kiss eyeshadow palette, which is from the Fruity Fun collection. I love it. I have every eyeshadow palette in the Fruity Fun collection, including 2 of the Berry Kiss ones. So that will be our 3rd use out of our goal of 10 uses. So I'll write that down really quick on our sticky note. And I'll probably report back at the end of February, like February 28th, February 29th. I don't know if it's a leap year this year, probably not a leap year this year. But either way, either the end of February or the very beginning of March, I'll let you know if I hit my goal, which I probably will, because I love this palette. And I will let you know how many uses I got. Hopefully I use more than 10. But anyway, let's do some eyeliner, mascara, and anything else like lipstick. Be right back. Okay, mermaids, I'm finished. So on top of my beautiful LA Colors palette, I love this palette so much. I know I keep praising it, but really LA Colors is the best makeup brand in the world. They're cheap and they're good. That's what I always say. They're cheap and they're good. I love that. So on top of them, I used my Believe Beauty. This is also a Dollar General item. I got the LA Colors palette from Dollar General, but this Believe Beauty Brighten Up Color Correcting Concealer, I got this at Dollar General too. This is in light or medium, and I've already hit pan in it. It looks really messy, but even though it's a concealer, I use it as a cream blush. So that's what I'm using as a blush today. Looks nice on my face on top of the Maybelline foundation. Nice combination. I know I totally forgot to use this. This is my go-to powder. I didn't use this today, but it's the Physicians Formula Butter Buddies Banana Powder in Baby Butter. She's my absolute favorite powder right now. I love her. She's so cute. But I also used the Jonteblu Ultra Lasting Formula Professional Art Makeup Liquid Eyeliner. It lasts 24 hours, and this is in black. I would assume. It's on my face. It's black. It's got a nice short but very, I mean, it's mostly thick, but then it's like just very pointed at the end, so it has a very like whoop, whoop, and it looked nice today. I had to use a little cotton Q-tip to clean up the excess runoff on this eye, but that's okay. So it looks okay today. And I'm also using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara, which I am slowly replacing my Tarte Lash Paint Mascara. It's a travel size. So this is a full size mascara. I really like this a lot. I love the textured container as well. This is a nice mascara. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then I just got this new lipstick. This is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Seriously Satin Lipstick. I love the clear container, and this is in Nectar. So I'm wearing this on my lips as of right now. This is just so interesting and different. It reminds me of a light up lipstick that I had as a kid from Halloween. Like it lit up when you opened it like that. It was so cool. But anyway, I've had to throw that away since then. Oh, one last thing on my nails. I am wearing these things. So as a base coat, I'm using the Floating Bubbles. It's Floating Bubbles. And this is Sarafina Delirium Cosmetics Nail Polish. That's me. So it's just a clear coat in Floating Bubbles. And on top of that, I used the Sally Hansen Insta Dry Nail Polish in 507 Time to Indi-go. That is another base coat. On top of that, I put on another coat of Sally Hansen Insta Dry Nail Polish in 055 Celeste Teal. It is down to, is this where the line is, or this is where the line is? So it's a little bit underneath where the line is, but this is what I'm wearing today. I love this teal. Celeste Teal is the color. It's almost like a multi-chrome nail polish. And on top of that, I have a glitter. This is an LA Colors product, another one. This is in the Glitter Bash collection. This is our Glitter Bash nail polish. It's down to about there. I haven't drawn a line on it because I just got it from Mercari. But this is in the color Pedigree. So it reminds me of a dog show or the dog food. So like ribbons and awards. So that is this sparkle that I'm wearing on my nails today, and that's everything on my face. So I really appreciate you mermaids coming back to my channel. I hope that you give this video a like, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. The subscribe button is right there. Don't forget to click it. I appreciate you so much. Have a mermazing day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!